how soon after did you decide you have to bring this technology to Dubai?
Actually, when we spoke to Prof. Shai, he told me he's opening one in the US. And I said, I wish we can open one in Dubai. He said, we can. And so we came back to Dubai and we discussed with people in Dubai. And then we felt encouraged, and that's how it happened.
Did the Abraham Accords play any part? Because this is pre-Abraham Accords.
Yes. I went there, and when we went here, we have to get permission from the Ministry of Health and all that. So the discussion is there to establish the clinic. We never envisaged, actually, there'll be a normalization for religion. But we thought for health and for the good health of people, for the technology that is beyond anything I've seen, because I know with my daughter, we went everywhere in the world, everywhere. And we've seen many doctors, and she has done so many tests, and she was losing weight, which in the States they were able to reverse it. She was actually gained weight. And they told me we reached the end of the line. We got her metabolism good. She is able to digest his food, which she wasn't. She was able now to extract the vitamin and minerals, which in the past she didn't. But as far as other activities, motor movement and others, still because of inflammation, she hasn't. And the only thing we know that has worked is a center in Israel, in Asaf Harofi. So whatever they don't know, in any learning difficulty, the doctors in the world, they call it autism. Our daughter was not autistic at all. And that was confirmed by them when they go there, that she knows, she can speak little, she can understand more than she speaks. She knows what she wants, but she has other things she's missing. And she got improved much better with the motor function, with the ability to concentrate, to coordinate, tremendously change.
She's done the treatment twice?
Yes, in Israel she did. And she's going to go again in this clinic next week.
It only comes to show us, I think, how little we know about our mind, like you mentioned in your TEDx talk. But when we're talking about the aging process, this is something that we all face.
Many people ask me, what is the treatment for aging? Okay, what is the best treatment for aging? Which is a question, and they expect me to say, take that pill, go to the chamber, do things that and that and that. And the answer is, make yourself, first of all, needable. Needable for the young generation. Continue to be creative. If you making yourself needable, then your biology will do its best to preserve you, and then we can add on our treatment to fix the biology. So if you are at the age of 65 or whatever it is, and you are doing nothing with your life, okay, waking up in the morning, sit in the room, go to sleep, and doing that the same day and again, then you don't need me, okay? But if you want to preserve your functionality, to continue to be relevant, to continue to be creative, to continue generation and do things that are important for the young generation or the people around you, we will help you. It's worth the try.
Sure, but it's also a pricey treatment. So is this a luxury? Is this something that will only be available to people with means? I know in Israel it is part of the medical services.
I will tell you, you remember how the cellular phone started? I remember my father going with a suitcase like this with his cellular phone, okay? And he had it, and maybe 2 or 3 people in our city had it. Okay, that's how it started. That's how new things start. At the beginning it's costly. The one who can afford it can approach it. But once it's getting more and more accepted, then the price is being reduced and more people can afford it. Okay, so of course at the beginning it costs money because the equipment, everything costs a lot. But at the end it will be something that people will use more and more. And looking at the future, what we are aiming to generate, it's an Alzheimer-free community or dementia-free community. That's the goal. So of course at the beginning people who can afford it can approach it, and if Sultan wasn't with all those resources that he have, it probably would have been more difficult for him to come to Israel, get everything related to it. But now we have a center over here. Now we have a center in Florida. Soon we have centers in other locations. And that will be more and more approachable to a larger community.
So you're definitely looking to replicate more and more centers around the world.